Hey everybody, Crappie Country back with you. This is Garrett Steele and Dan Dannemuller. Wanted to catch you up again around our week on Lake Darbonne. That's right outside of Ruston in Louisiana. It was on February 26th and 27th. Check the other segment for the conditions. We wanted to talk to you here about what we used and how we did it, the baits that we use, colors. We're huge on color. Not just this late. We start our day with our color selector, and then we'll across that spectrum, he'll decide what he's going to use. I'll decide what I'm going to use in the way of color, types of bait, all those things. That's what pre-fishing is, and this is part of what we landed on for the tournament, and that was successful actually during the pre-fish. I know you guys saw some of the pictures and videos. Bobby Garland's. We used both 3/16 and 1/8 ounce throughout the week. I had the silver and white on there. I also had the glitter critter and a slab slayer, and these are the colors that I used. I also had, and you'll see this on Crappie Dan, we doubled on a couple of colors once we zeroed in. People sometimes ask, what's this little thing? This is a Bobby Garland rattle. And when you get into that murky water and you really need some sound, the sound element added because the visibility's been taken away, I just insert this right into the plastic. And I used it. And I can do it in any of them, the Swim R, the Baby Shad, the Miniminder, the Slab Slayer, any of them. But I'm religious about it.
Well, I tell you what, color and bait type was really important. That second day, what happened was conditions changed on us. We had current the second day because of all the rain. We got 2 inches of rain overnight, and we got current. Of all things, current. And what it did is it changed the positioning of the fish in the creek channels. It didn't push them out. They changed, and what they did is they got behind these laydowns that are in the creek channel, and they just lined right up on them. So what we had to do then is we had to come from the down creek side of those things and push the baits up against that structure, and that's where you got the bites. In the first place we started with, we got a small fish. So we had to move, and we had to go shallower. We tried shallow, and we found them actually holding right on the edges that day. Yeah. But still, most of them were in the channel as big females. It was just awesome. But here's the baits that I chose based on the color selector. We had lights out, and then we have something that's one of my favorites in there.
Yeah, it is.
And it's licorice. And licorice, wherever I go, I got to put a licorice on it. Yeah. Black is part of it.
I had to jump in there with him on the licorice because it was working. So
I was putting a shellacking on there for a little while, I think. And so, but also with that, we always use our scent, Bobby Garland scent, Moglo Slab Jam. And this stuff we put on everything. Yesterday, in days like that, in this lake, we had to use that. That was the difference between having fish on and not having fish on. And also something else, Stubby Steve's. Yeah. Stubby Steve baits were something that we had to have on with this. It's a scent. Oh, it's awesome. You got to check them out, Stubby Steve's.
It helps keep the minnow on.
A couple of last things I want to show you that are very important to us when we tie these rigs. Use these True Turn TTI Blakemore snelled hooks. They are just awesome. And number one and number twos, this is what we put on one part of this 360 swivel. It's so easy. It's got a loop on one end. You just put the loop through, cinch it down, and the whole thing will tighten down on one end of this. You put a clip on the other end, put it to your main line, and then put your main leader for your jigs right on this end of it. And with this is the clips that we use. Both of these are Thunder Mist. Be sure to check them out at Thunder Mist at their website, thundermist.com. Make sure to check them out. We used, of course, Bobby Garland heads for both what Garrett and I used, and you see the colors.
We also used Roadrunners there as well in this same kind of color coordination. It was either chartreuse and white, chartreuse and black, and so we did use Roadrunners there.
And by the way, on the Roadrunners, an important thing now is that the Roadrunners have a new glow color. It's enhanced. Yes. We found that new enhanced color was very good on that water that we were fishing. So with this, we used a lot of CUDA tools, didn't we?
Well, yeah, if you didn't hear, Darbonne holds the record for the most hardware that we've lost together in the last few years. It was insane. So I'm always so happy that I have a partner that pre-ties 400 pre-ties, and I thought, well, when he gets home, if we ever have a break again, I know what he's going to be doing to resupply us.
Tying.
So when you're having those kind of issues, it's great when you have the tools on board to take care of them, because we used these little things quite a bit, as well as the needle nose here to get hooks out or whatever. CUDA tools, guys. just came on with Tuda. Absolutely love them. We met them at ICAST. They're great guys. They have incredible products. Cuda tools, right here on the hat. You see them.
Good stuff to use and all that. Be sure to check us out on all these things at crappiecountry.com. And by the way, you can also see how to apply these in different locations on crappienow.com. Be sure to check us out. If it's crappie, we do.
That's right. Hey, one of the things in Louisiana we want to give a shout out to and a thank you is Southern Outdoor Radio. We always get a great welcome there. They had us on for an entire hour. We got a lot of press while we were there, and I think when we come back we'll be doing that as well. But again, like Crappie Dan said, if you keep up with us, you'll kind of know what we're going to be on. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram. We'll also be periscoping more. We thank you guys so much, and thank everybody on these jerseys.
We need them.